Coach Cam made this shit.
I'm Brenden Kron. This is Rex, and welcome to Jammin with Kron and Rex. Did you know?
If you had to guess, what do you think? Who do you think's responsible for like the most expensive concert ticket?
Most expensive concert ticket?
Yes.
Genre? Can you give me that? Because I was only thinking rap, but I don't think that's the...
Okay, go think like classic.
Okay.
Yeah, like you're likely to find this artist in like a classic rock station.
Most expensive classic rock. Beatles? No?
Nope.
Am I close? Ballpark?
Think of it as more of one person. Like it's not a band. I mean, technically, you know, it's a band in the same way like Marilyn Manson's a band.
Huh. I don't know. I can't think of it. What is it?
Bruce Springsteen. Springsteen on Broadway tickets from 2017 would cost you about like $509.
Wow.
Yeah, for like pretty normal seating. Like this isn't the like luxurious shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got curious about all this shit because, you know, I've been going to like more and more shows recently. And whenever you look up like most expensive concert tickets, Beyonce always pops up.
That's why I asked genre, because I was thinking rap, and then I was like, well, it's probably pop.
Yes.
I was thinking probably Beyonce or someone.
Yeah.
In that category.
Yeah, and I don't know, always, like what, besides like popularity and like, you know, people can go like above and beyond with their shows, and like if they bring out like if just like the stage cost a lot, because like they do a lot of extra shit. But like as far as I know about like most Beyonce shows, unless it's like Coachella or whatever, like she's not doing the extra shit. So like she's just making her, like, because there is like a minimum fee to just cover like pretty much what happened, and like they don't get all of it because like the arena gets some of the money. I feel like you kind of just like fucking have to not give a shit about your fans at a certain point to like spike the prices up that high to have like $500 tickets. Because like I can't imagine.
I guess you could look at it that way.
Yeah, and I'm probably being a little cynical, but I can't imagine Bruce Springsteen's bringing out like animatronics and like has like a fucking roller coaster in the back. And you're like, oh yeah, that's why I just paid $510 for a fucking show.
Yeah, you can also look at it from just the simple fact of like, if you raise that price up, some people are less likely to buy it and then resell it. Because if it's like $15, then you have like, and it's just like first come, first serve. You'll have people buy up 50 of them right off the rip and then sell all of them for $500. And then that money's in their pocket rather than in yours.
Yeah. So just to give a perspective, like nowadays, this is just like most expensive concerts, tickets being sold today. Paul McCartney is selling tickets for like $241.
I get it, but not who I would have guessed.
Pink?
Definitely wouldn't have guessed.
Selling tickets for $270?
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed.
Who the fuck goes to a Pink concert?
Now.
Yeah, today.
Yeah.
Fleetwood Mac, $282.
That makes sense.
I think I would do that. Yeah. I think, honestly, for someone like them, that makes more sense for their tickets to be expensive now.
Yeah.
You know, because they're like, well, we're not going to do this much longer. Like, we're like 90 years old. So it costs like $1,000 to get up every morning and like take all of our pills and shit.
Yeah.
They're probably like 40 or 50 years old. And I'm saying this.
They're old for artists.
Yes. Beyonce, $282. Roger Waters at $314. I don't know who Roger Waters is.
I don't either.
And Justin Timberlake, $339. Eagles at $354. Maroon 5 at $364. How do you feel about Maroon 5?
It's kind of hit or miss. I feel
like it's very much more miss, though, nowadays. I feel like the longer they keep going, the less positively I think. Like, because I'm like, oh, Maroon 5's about to drop something. That means their commercials their song's going to be played in like 1,000 commercials. It's just going to be some like little song on the radio or something. Like, I feel like that's why they make music now. Which I get it. Like nothing wrong with that.
No.
I mean,
I never don't
make money, but
I don't know the best way to phrase this. I always understand going mainstream. I don't like it personally.
Yeah.
But when an artist
as a fan,
but if I see an artist just be like, "Hey, we're gonna go mainstream," I'm like, I get it. Make your money.
Have you ever seen a musician make that announcement? Like, hey guys, just want to let you know that music you like, we're done.
I'm trying to think of an artist that like pretty much did it.
Nicki Minaj with Super Bass.
Yeah,
that was I still like that song. Like, it's a catchy ass song, but that is the weirdest fucking song,
especially at that time of her career.
Yeah, because like, that is not like who she paints herself as. And then you could probably say Joey Super Badass. Bass.
Joey Badass is All American Reject.
His wasn't as much in your face. Like, if you didn't know who that guy was, you probably wouldn't think much of it. Like, it's probably not that much of a sellout. Like, if you didn't listen to his other shit. Yeah. But, like, if you, like, listen to some of his old shit and then listen to that, you're like, what? You don't ask what you're doing because you're like, I know you know what you're doing. Yeah, but that's, I don't know, the, like, very blatant ones, like Super Bass and shit, I'm just like, it's a little on the nose, you know? Like, I can see what you're doing. Yeah. But I think I'm just critical of Maroon 5 because Songs About Jan is, like, legitimately one of my favorite pop albums.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was going to say. I think of them in the same way I think of most punk artists.
Oh, punk's real bad about it, man.
Yeah, punk just overstays their welcome so bad. Like, whenever, like, I'll still say, like, I really love, like, Green Day because I like 2 of their 27 albums. Okay. I really like, like, there's a lot of those bands, Blink-182, all those, I'm like, I love this little part of that category.
When the music they're making makes sense for their age. Yeah, of course. Because Blink-182, when they made, like, What's My Age Again? Yeah. Like, they were that age. But they're still trying to make music like that, and they're like 50. Yeah. You're like, dude, you're not a punk kid anymore. You're fucking 50.
You're a grandfather.
Yeah, like, you have no idea what that's like anymore. Like, you should not be making this shit.
Not only are you probably a dad that has been a dad for a very long time, you're also been rich for 25 years. Yes. You're not punk.
Yeah, you're not punk. You're just not doing that shit anymore. And, like, that's not a knock on you because, like, that should be like a congratulations. Like, you're not a punk anymore. You're rich. Yeah. You know? I mean, I guess unless you're Travis Barker, who kind of... He's going to die punk.
He does well at keeping that lifestyle.
Yeah, because I feel like his was never, like, even though him being, like, a big part of Blink-182, like, I feel like one of his things was never, like, youth. Yeah. Like, him having to be young to have that energy, because he's just always had, like, that, like, look to him. Yeah. But, like, the other guys look like they're fucking accountants. And they're like 50 years old talking about being punk, and you're like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, like, go back to your 9 to 5. Yeah. You're way too old to be a punk. Yeah. Could you imagine, like, someone identifying as, like, I'm just, like, kind of a punk, man? You're like, dude, you're 50. You're 50, and it's 7 a.m. at a Denny's. Like, you're not punk anymore, man.
When I think of a 50-year-old punk, I know how they get.
Could you imagine calling a 50-year-old man a punk? Like, you get in an argument and you're like, shut up, you fucking punk. You a fucking rabble-rouser.
I think of, like, a biker gang. That would be the closest to being, like, punk at 50. Yeah. And I don't think they would like to be called
Well, I think at that point in your life, you kind of just have to be a criminal to be a punk.
That's also fair.
Yeah, you don't get to just be a punk. Like, and like, you know, I'm a kid. I go to an abandoned warehouse and spray paint shit. Like, no, if you want to be a punk at 50, you have to have killed somebody. Like, you don't get to do just like the little, like, I got away with spray paint. You have to murder somebody.
Yeah, you're not mischievous anymore.
Yeah, like, you're just
50.
Yeah, you're kind of a pussy if you're 50 years old and you're still like spray painting shit. Yeah. And it's like, oh man, I'm just getting into all kind of shenanigans. Like, dude, what are you doing? You have a family.
Yeah. But oddly enough, that is how I think of Maroon 5, is they're just a little overstayed their welcome.
Yeah,
But they're not trying to be punk. They're trying to be pop, which is odd.
Well, that's what a lot. That's
well.
kind of what a lot of people turn into, though.
Yeah,
it's because they're just want to. It's just all catchiness. I think it pop's one of the easiest like fan bases to become a part of.
Yeah,
because if they hear something catchy on the radio, they're like, "Love it." We'll take it.
I think the biggest problem with Maroon 5 is that they used to be ahead of the game. Songs about Jane sounded new, sounded creative, versus now it seems like they go, oh, I like that sound. We'll make an entire album of that sound we just heard.
Yes.
Rather than being like, we're going to be the new age of pop and influence everything that's going to be coming out.
Yeah, we're kind of just riding the trends, and we're taking popular rap stars with us. I think more so of Ed Sheeran when I think of that.
Yes.
Because
he's pretty bad about it.
Yeah, because, I don't know what happened when, it started to become, very popular to just drag rappers into other genres, but I fucking hate it. When it works, it's fucking great.
Yes.
I'm not trying to do, because I know I love doing these things where I try to put you on the spot, but, what's the best example of a pop rap song you can think of? Because I don't even mind Dua Lipa and Baby Song Levitation.
Yes, I really like that one.
Yeah, I don't think that's a forced one. I think it works out well.
The song, it starts with an H, has Young Thug in it. It's I don't know. It was kind of a weird little pop song. I think you know what I'm talking about.
Havana?
Yes, I think that's a really good one.
Him and Camila Cabella or whatever.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Kendrick with Taylor Swift. I don't think that's done well.
I don't think Kendrick... I'm kind of a Kendrick hater right now, but Kendrick on Imagine Dragons sucked.
Imagine Dragons just kind of sucks, man. Yeah, that's not really... I don't blame him so much for that one, but I do blame him a bit for the not being able to... Who's that more of a sellout on? Do you think that's more of a sellout on the pop star or the rapper? I feel
it's definitely more of a sellout on the rapper.
Yeah, because I feel like mindset alone, don't get me wrong, I don't think I know the the mindset of a rapper, but that's kind of what you're supposed to be against. It's just the popular shit. I don't know. Mm-hmm. So whenever
Love the Way You Lie is considered this.
I consider Rihanna a rapper though. I guess she's a pop star.
She does go hard as fuck rapping on Kendrick's album. On Damn.
Yeah.
She goes hard as fuck on that.
But yeah, I guess she is considered a pop star.
Would you consider Holy Grail? Justin Timberlake featuring Jay-Z.
Yes.
That's a really fucking good one. I'm a little sick of it. I haven't listened to it in a while, but I was...
But that's Jay-Z's song, right?
Oh, yeah, it is. I didn't think about that. Yeah, it is Jay-Z's.
Rappers having pop stars is a lot better.
Works way better.
Oh, yeah, because they can fill in the blanks for, a good chorus. They just nail all the stuff that, maybe a lot of rappers can't do. It's just, a good melodic chorus and shit. But that works very well. I love seeing a pop star on a rapper song.
Ludacris on Baby.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
That's a bad one. That's a really fucking bad one.
Paycheck, though? That's a very smart move on Ludacris. Because that was
That's how I feel about all these.
Yep. Well, there's some, because that was kind of an investment on Ludacris's part. Mm-hmm. Because that was smart. But then, a lot of them that you see is, you'll see, Travis Scott get on Ed Sheeran's album, years after, Ed Sheeran's peak. Which, don't get me wrong, Ed Sheeran's still, selling out stadiums and shit. He's definitely no schmuck. But, Ludacris was there, at the very beginning of that shit.
I think my favorite might be American Boy. Estelle featuring Kanye.
Yeah.
That's a solid one. Because I don't even think about it. I think of that as more of a Kanye song, but it's not.
Yeah, that is true.
This one says the Selena Gomez featuring A$AP. But, I know there's some good A$AP ones. I know he just...
I forget Selena Gomez, is a musician. I really do. Even though she does have a few songs that I like.
Yeah. I think A$AP fits pop.
Yeah.
a lot better than a lot of other rappers. So I think he should be the one that people contact more.
I really like Gambino on Bedpiece with Janae Aiko.
That's just a good combo.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, because he doesn't
That's a
have
great one.
like that super rough, raspy like it's not like Janae Aiko got 21 Savage to be on Bedpiece with her. So I think that worked out pretty fucking well.
Yeah. One more real quick. I'm trying to think of the name of the song, but it is Lana featuring Summer Bummer featuring ASAP and Playboy. I couldn't think of the song. I actually really like it. I know you're not as much of a fan of it.
Yeah.
But I think Lana featuring ASAP is wonderful.
I think that worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like you said, there's some people that can like go into that a little bit better.
Yeah.
And I feel like she's one of them.
Yes.
I've been trying to find it this entire time, and I finally found it. A Day to Remember probably has one of the most heartbreaking like sellouts to me.
Oh no.
Because like I used to like their music. Like what's my favorite song by them? All I Wanted is like one of my favorite songs by them, and now they're making like songs called like Degenerate, and it's just like I don't know. I like some of the lyrics are just like, my friends are degenerates, but I'd never change them. Liar, cheats, and hypocrite, not the type for saving. Or they say, so they say. Like, it's just like, I don't know. Like, you can tell, like, there's, like, nothing, like, I don't know, like, hardcore about any of this. Like, it's a lot more pop than it is rock nowadays. There's not a single cuss word in there. Like, you can tell, like, they're, like, this is trying to be the radio song,
Yeah.
I get it, but it's just, I don't know, it's just corny, man. I hate seeing it.
Yeah. Another one that I think works to the extreme of what we just talked about. When it's done, it's usually the worst. But when it is done great, it is phenomenal. When rock puts rap. So this would be more of Imagine Dragons, Kendrick. But there's also Numb Encore. Fucking Linkin Park.
Park
and Jay-Z.
Linkin Park kind of teetered that rap.
Yeah,
anyways.
That's why it worked.
Yeah, they do it pretty fucking well.
Pursuit of Happiness is a weird one that kind of fits in this because that's MGMT and Cudi, so that's a weird one.
I thought MGMT was more like pop. I mean, I guess they are kind of that like punk rock.
Yeah, they're weird.
Yeah.
This has Lost in the World because Bon Iver and Kanye.
Yeah.
Which I guess works. Clint Eastwood is the prime example, I would say, of this. Or just the entire Gorillaz.
Yeah, Gorillaz is kind of a cheat code with that. You know, because they're literally what you think of when you hear alternative anything. They're like alternative everything. Yeah. You know? Like, because you really can't classify them as one thing, because they'll have like 20 genres in one fucking song. It'll be like an electric EDM dance pop punk song featuring Danny Brown, and you're like, what the fuck?
And it sounds phenomenal.
Yeah,
the whole time.
Yeah, you know, like I have no, I feel like I'm having an aneurysm.
Yeah.
But goddamn, Danny's verse is so good. Something that I don't think, as far as I know, and you're going to say one thing, and I think it's a cheat.
It's a cheat. Okay.
Country and rap. I don't think it has ever worked, but I know. Yeah,
Old Town Road is the cheat.
Yes, I mean it's more rap song. Like I get why you categorize that as a country. Like the lyrics are more country and shit. But like the beat and the rapping, it makes me think way more of rap than country. So other than because I was thinking of Nelly and Florida Georgia Line.
Oh, I was thinking of I think it's Tim McGraw and Nelly. Whoever
Nelly needs to stop.
Nelly and the country is the only ones that I'm like, they're okay. They're not as bad.
What about Nelly, Florida Georgia Line?
I haven't heard that one.
Yes, you have. Yes, you fucking have.
If I have, I didn't like it. So
yeah, I know.
There you go.
Yeah, I know you heard it.
Oh yeah, Cruise is what I'm assuming it is. Yeah,
yeah, I know you heard it. You may not know it as Florida Georgia Line. At the
I was
moment,
thinking
but
Over and Over, Nelly and Tim McGraw.
I didn't mind that song back.
Yeah,
in the day.
see,
yeah,
that's probably the only one.
That's the only country rap song that's ever been made.
This is the most cheating answer. If I would have even thought of it, I would have cheated with this one. Family Don't Matter by Young Thug.
See,
He kicks it off with a yeehaw.
I was just thinking about Young Thug on Rocket Man.
Yeah.
Him getting like an Elton John on there, like
Yeah.
I think he does that pretty fucking well. But
Dude,
country,
some of these are fucking terrible.
yeah, I don't. Can you think of like a rapper having a country singer?
I just found one.
So what about
Both of Us by B.O.B. featuring Taylor Swift.
Well, B.O.B. just kind of fucking sucks.
It's also Taylor Swift, who's country, but pop, even when she was country.
Yeah. What about is there a feature, like a credited feature artist on Ronald Reagan era by Kendrick Lamar?
I don't think so.
Because I don't know who that, but that does sound like kind of country. From good from far, not far from good.
I don't know why I can't. That's why I can't think of the song. Superman by Snoop Dogg featuring Willie Nelson. 2011. That's why I don't know it.
Yeah.
It feels like that's an old song, but it's relatively newer.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg's wild, man.
He's so weird.
I need that dude's autobiography.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be so good.
You could come up with like 400 puns. Like, I know it, like, smoking weed is going to be like the name of it. Like, it's going to be like the high life or just something punny like that. But I mean, that is a guy, like, because we've talked about like mythological characters on this show, and he's one.
Yeah.
He's definitely someone that, like, I think if I saw him in like real life, I wouldn't believe he's like not being operated by someone else, you know? I'm like, how the fuck can this person exist? Like, everybody in Hollywood has stories about this guy, and they're crazier than the last.
Oh, yeah. I'm still trying to find... There's... Some of these just feel like cheat answers. Ludacris feels like a cheat answer. Ludacris featured Carrie Underwood in a song. T-Pain and Taylor Swift had a song together.
Yeah.
So that feels kind of cheating. But yeah, I don't know how many rappers are featuring country artists. Ludacris and Jason Aldean. Yeah, I'm not seeing any for that. I don't think any rappers like, we really need to bring on a country artist to make this one hit. Other than Old Town Road.
Yeah. Who you bringing on?
If I'm the rapper, bringing on a country star, does Taylor Swift count? No.
No.
Then it's a hard answer. Holy shit, I don't know. I'd probably sell out and just go for, literally just look up whoever's the top trending artist in country music. And
Like Carrie Underwood?
You think she's still the top trending artist in country?
But I
mean, that's a good answer.
used to have a really big crush on her. If that's what this is about.
Top country artist 2022. She was one of the people who pulled up, like, within the first. Morgan Waller. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'd probably have the country...
what's her goddamn name?
Chris Stapleton?
No, yeah. Casey Musgrave.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I was thinking her or...
Toby Keith.
No.
Garth.
No. No.
I feel like we don't appreciate, like, people's names. Like, because Garth.
Morgan Wade would be the other one.
Morgan Wade. I don't know who the fuck that is.
She sings Wilder Days. She's the girl that...
Oh, I know who that is.
Yeah.
Imagine if your parents named you Garth.
Garth.
Yeah.
What a name.
I've never heard that before.
It can't be, like... It almost can't be real. I mean, it is, but...
I feel like Garth Brooks himself can't be real. He's a wild guy.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't want to take the your mom's house bit too much of just, like, fucking making fun of that dude into oblivion. But...
He deserves it.
Yeah, if you see any of his, like, social media posts, like, he does not seem like a regular human being. Like, he just does, like, very weird things that, like, you can tell he has, like, no correlation with any of his fans, but he's just, like, playing a role of someone who does, like, like is a human.
Yeah.
Like he very much seems like an alien in a human body that is trying to relate to people.
Yeah.
His like fucking hardest, but you're just like that. Like, why did you do that there?
Yeah.
You know, like that's not how a normal person conducts like a sentence.
Yeah.
And whatever the fuck Chris Gaines was.
That mind blowing.
I genuinely. I mean, because, like, you know, there's definitely been people who have had, like, alter egos, like, what Nicki Minaj had, like, Roman Reigns, or whatever,
Yeah.
Roman, whatever.
It can't be Roman Reigns, right?
That's a wrestler. Is Nicki Minaj Roman Reigns?
No fucking way. There's no fucking way.
God damn, that'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
She just puts on the Roman Reigns wig and then gains 2 feet in height.
Nicki Minaj is, like, the... Kind of the
Confirmed.
opposite.
Roman Reigns.
It is Roman Reigns. It's kind of the opposite of Randy turning into
Lord.
Lord.
Okay, so apparently she goes into like a bit of a seizure-like state, like Hulkamania, and she turns into a man named Roman Zelensky.
I mean,
A little off. A teeny bit off.
Just a little off.
Yeah, this is what Roman Zelensky looks like.
Okay, yeah.
It just looks like someone just snuck an 8-ball inside of Nicki Minaj and Roman Zelensky is born. But if I'm not wrong, I believe Chris Gaines is a sex addict. I don't know. Okay, hold on.
I looked up artist alter egos, and it just pulled up rappers. Which
Yeah,
is,
those are probably more the people who have, like,
yeah.
you know.
I mean, like, one of them was at least, like, Future is also, like, Future Hendrix and Pluto. So it's, like...
I don't know how that picture...
Dude, I don't... Chris Gaines is horrible.
They took away every bit of jaw that Garth Brooks had for that picture,
Yeah.
and then was like, here's him next to what looks like Ben Stiller.
It does. Chris Gaines looks like Ben Stiller from
Zoolander?
Identical. They're the same person.
That can't be a mistake. Like, that had to have been Ben Stiller, like, fully in his goofy bag, and just be like, you know what, Zoolander is going to be Chris Gaines. Like, how is this not made? Like, because Garth still tours. And, you know, don't get me wrong. I'm a big fan of, like, 3 of Garth's songs myself, so I know what I'm talking about. But how is this dude, like, I was going to say not made fun of, but, like, if you look at his comment sections, it's literally, like, a bunch of people saying, like, where the body's Garth.
Yeah.
But, like, how is this dude not, like, I guess the more embarrassed form of canceled?
Yeah.
Of just, like, I guess bullied. Yeah, just bullied to death.
Yeah.
Because, like, I know he didn't do particular anything wrong.
Yeah.
As far as we know. Mm-hmm. But he did.
Yeah.
Like, look at that goatee. He did something wrong.
Can't
And,
get over he looks like Ben Stiller.
like, what way can I look up to learn more about Chris Gaines? Like, what caused Chris Gaines?
What caused Chris Gaines?
Why Chris Gaines?
I have no clue. What is Chris Gaines?
Right? I typed what caused Chris, and it says the first 2 things that pop up is what caused Christopher Reeve's accident, what caused Christianity to spread. You know what? What caused Chris Benoit to snap?
No. A different episode.
Different episode. We'll go into that later. And tell you why Chris Benoit may not have been as good of a guy as you thought he was.
So, initially, Brooks planned to feature Gaines' persona in The Lamb.
Is that like Kanye featuring God on his song? And it's him?
A motion picture that never happened. So, apparently, this was an idea that he had for a movie, and then the movie never came out. So then he was like, okay, I'm going to just... I already have everything here.
So,
It seems like to me.
When you said featuring, I was assuming you was going to say on tour. And, like, Chris Gaines is facing like this the entire time where you see half of his face and he's just Garth. and then he just fucking whips around real hard, and the other half of his face is Ben Stiller, and he just starts singing his sad, just Chris Gainesy shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. That sounds like some shit that J. Cole would do. He'd like J. Cole on tour with Kill Edwards. I'm like, you motherfucker. You motherfucker can't even bring him on tour.
So when it comes to the Chris Gaines project, it's tough to separate fact from fiction. His character probably isn't based on Keith Urban. Okay. We have it narrowed down.
Okay.
It's probably not based on Keith Urban.
What the fuck is that saying?
Dude, that hurt my fucking stomach.
Oh my god. Why?
Dude, I want to attribute everything like that. Like, Keith Urban wasn't the inspiration behind 9/11, but he may have been. He may not have been involved.
I'm just guessing they're going off of like maybe looks or something. Because I
don't fucking know.
I don't know
that does
why.
not look like Keith Urban.
No, but I don't know, man. I don't know why he was brought into this.
So Roy's alcohol addiction, which wasn't based on Kevin Hart, probably. As intrinsically detailed as Gaines' musical exploits are, his backstory is just as fleshed out, and the details of the singer's lives are as tumultuous as they. Can I get a little round of applause for just reading the word tumultuous? Like I've used that before. Okay. For example, his dad died after a prolonged battle with cancer, leading Gaines down a path toward a debilitating sex addiction. That's a weird reason to start having sex, by the way. Mm-hmm. Like, don't get me wrong, we all handle shit in our own way, but like, your dad dying of cancer making you want to like blow the backs out of every bitch you come across, like that's a weird. It's a weird fetish, you know. That's not all. Gaines' home was burned to the ground by arsonists, and he was betrayed and financially extorted by the manager who helped launch his career, whom he also slept with in the throes of his sex addiction. This sounds like a WWE character.
Yeah, it sounds ridiculous.
The list goes on. Gaines nearly lost his life in a car crash that severely injured his face, ultimately permanently changing the way he looked, and perhaps most centrally to the torment that plagued his career, he lost a good friend and musical partner named Tommy in a horrific plane crash. Back in high school, I don't know if this has always been with Garth or if he's just like making up as he goes. Gaines had formed a trio called Crush with his two friends, including Tommy Levitz. Oh, is there any relation? Tommy Levitz? And in addition to being a musician, Levitz was a pilot who died in a crash, ending the band's young and promising career. The tragedy inevitably marked Gaines' worldview and musical identity, ultimately helping to shape him into the performer he would become. Man, dude's had a tough life. I know, I was wanting to be funny about that, but how can you make jokes out of that? Oh, here's 10 facts.
Here's one.
One, swear to God, he's probably not based on Keith Urban. That is the number one fucking fact about Chris Gaines.
Why?
I mean, a fact's a fact. You know,
yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Chris Gaines has his own custom Fender guitar.
Neat.
I'm assuming that's probably significant. I don't know.
I mean, he has his own custom guitar.
Yeah.
That's cool.
The Chris Gaines songs are mostly old demos.
Okay.
Garth Brooks was listening to some of these songs in the early 90s. I have no idea what that means. He was listening to the demos?
I don't know.
The Chris Gaines Project is Trisha Yearwood's favorite Garth Brooks album. Alright, well, I'm downloading it.
I'm not.
I'm actually canceling my Spotify.
I'm deleting that.
Is it not popping up on Apple? It fucking better. Alright, I'll just live with Chris Gaines. what is going on. My nose is running now.
You're being possessed. This is what happened.
Cut to the next episode, and I have a goatee. Yeah, nothing.
I love that if you look up Chris Gaines, it just pulls up Garth Brooks.
Yeah, I wonder if, like, he has a thing where, like... Because, you know, we probably all have, like, some stuff from, like, our youth where we're like, hey, man, it'd be cool if you didn't bring it up at that time you saw me tuck my dick around the family anymore. But I wonder if he has that, and, like, he'll be getting interviewed, and, like, there's 100 people there that want to ask him about, like, Chris Gaines, but then there's one person that has a Garth question he asked him, and he's like, is whoever's here for a Chris Gaines question, leave. And it's like everybody fucking leaves. Like, god damn it.
I found it on Spotify, but it's like, it's grayed out to where you can't fucking listen to it.
The mystery lives on.
Oh my god.
Chris, I need to hear the fucking album.
So I wonder if, it can't be, but I was wondering if Garth Brooks, it would be under his albums. That's right, I'm going to look real quick. Garth Brooks is not. It doesn't.
Number 10. Childish Gambino wasn't the first to cover Chris Gaines.
I'm sorry, when?
That's a weird fact because that did not help me at all. No. You could say Childish Gambino covered Chris Gaines, and I bet that's interesting. But you told me nothing with this.
Yeah.
Far from it, in fact. Although the hip-hop artist, actor, and comedian Donald Glover made headlines when he covered Lost in You in 2019. That's not that long ago. I thought this was going to be, like, before camp.
No, I found it.
The Irish boy band Westlife had previously covered the song in 2003 for the Turnaround album. Oh. Oh, did you find the song?
Yeah. It's not on, like, it's not on, like, Spotify or anything, but, like, this is the cover.
Does he... Is it on YouTube? Does he do it in, like, the...
It's not... Hold on, real quick.
There's no more waiting, holding out for love. You are my godsend that I have been forever dreaming of.
Put it back on streaming, Garth.
This fucking slaps.
God damn it.
That song is so good.
Dude, I wish they would start dropping, like, covers on just, like, streaming services and shit.
Yeah.
God damn it, Garth.
I wonder if it's on SoundCloud.
You gave us Chris Gaines, and then you took him away from us. Man. I need to know more about this, man. Like, that's really not brought up enough. And, like, this whole entire article is talking about how tragic Chris Gaines' backstory is. Like, it's not Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
Is Garth Brooks a real cowboy? No way, right?
Is he a real cowboy?
He played 4 sports in high school: football, basketball, baseball, track and field, and attended Oklahoma State University on an athletic scholarship.
Wow.
God damn. You imagine getting fucking, like, yammed on by Garth Brooks?
No. I can't imagine it at all.
He may have worked on a horse ranch in college. There's a lot of stuff we just don't know for sure about Garth Brooks' life. We know that Chris Gaines probably wasn't based on Keith Urban, and that he may have worked on a ranch in college.
And Gambino wasn't the first to cover him.
Yeah. They're very vague with the info on Chris Gaines.
Yeah.
So, what other... Did you find more artists who have alter egos?
I kind of quit looking. I don't think any of them's going to be too crazy in comparison.
Oh, David Bowie.
Yeah.
He was weird, though. I mean, they're all a little fucking weird. But, like... not saying, like, if you're schizophrenic, you're weird. But, like... he was kind of weird and schizophrenic, you know.
Yeah.
So David Bowie had Ziggy Stardust, Aladdin Sane, and Thin White Duke.
Eminem has Slim Shady.
Is that? I didn't know that's considered an alter ego. I just thought that was a nickname. Because I mean, there is a difference between a nickname and an alter ego.
Nicki Minaj.
Like, so what about Kanye? Is like Yeezy an alter ego at this point?
I would say, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Jesus. Maybe. Nicki Minaj is Roman Reigns.
Paul McCartney, Percy Thrillington. I didn't know Paul McCartney was like a part-time porn star at the time.
Damon Albarn as 2D of Gorillaz.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, I think we kind of know most of them. The Beatles is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Yeah. Nicki Minaj is Roman Reigns.
This is another
Beyonce
list.
as Sasha Fierce.
Okay, yeah.
Miley Cyrus as Hannah Montana. I feel like that's a cheat.
That, what do you mean? That's the same person?
Come on, man. I'm not that far in the show.
Damon Albarn again, but this time as Murdoch. So I'm assuming there's 4 lists of him listed as all the people.
Seth MacFarlane, Stewie Griffin,
Yeah.
Peter Griffin.
Yeah, I don't think there's any more super, super crazy ones. Like, I think we know all the other ones.
Do athletes have nicknames?
Yes.
No, not nicknames. Nickname. Alter egos.
I'm looking up athletes with alter egos. I wonder if this will... Okay, well, the first one's a very big cheat. But I was going to say, I wonder if this is going to have any cheats like LeBron James as King James. Because that seems like a cheat, but this is...
Yeah, because that's not an alter ego. Like, that's not a state he goes into.
Dwayne Johnson as The Rock. I think at one point it was an alter ego, but now he's just The Rock.
Yeah, he's just a rock.
Yeah,
You know?
I think The Rock took over. Dwayne Johnson's gone. I am not seeing any other... I didn't know AI made music.
Who? Allen Iverson?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, remember David Stern legitimately did not allow it to release. He said he would not play in the NBA if his album dropped.
Wow.
Maybe it sucked, and he was just like, dude, that's horrible. Okay, so I want you to rank some of the, or rate
Okay.
some of these musicians' nicknames. Chairman of the board, Frank Sinatra.
Okay. Oh, you want me to rate them? So you said rank them, so I was waiting for more.
Yeah, I changed it.
Yeah, that's why I was like, okay. Yeah, let's go.
All right,
Keep it.
I got it.
All right. Well, all right. Sorry, I was trying to rate. What's the next one so I can rate it?
Well, okay. Well, no, just that one. I think that's a hard ass
I like
nickname.
it. Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah, chairman of the board. It's like professional. You know, like you always
Yeah.
saw Frank Sinatra in suits and shit. So I think it's very fitting. You know.
Let's go 9. 8 or a 9.
All right, God of Rock. I think I'm gonna do a thing where I tell you the nickname, you
have a
rate it, and then I'll tell you who it was.
God of Rock, I don't know who would call themselves that. That's hard as fuck. So this one's a little bit difficult. If I know who it is, it'll change a little bit. Because if I agree with it, then this is a 10 out of 10. If I don't agree with it, it's like a 5.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, who was it?
These are weird because they're all like.
I don't know.
Okay, so it's Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, it's a 10 out of 10. A little bit weird, but I like it a lot.
Godfather of gangster rap.
It's kind of hard. I don't know. 89. I like all these. I thought I was going to have some... I thought there was going to be some stinkers on here.
Easy.
Oh, that's even harder.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I really like that.
Godfather of Goth.
Also easy.
You probably wouldn't guess this man's name is Peter. And he's from the UK.
I'm giving it the Godfather of Goth. I don't think that works. I'm going to go with...
What, you don't think GOG works?
It's a 4. And his name's Peter, so it's even lower.
Yeah, his name's Peter Murphy from the UK.
Nah, fuck that.
And you're just like, man, I don't think you can be British and goth.
Yeah. Are you okay?
He's very, very fat.
Yeah. Here, buddy.
The Boss.
That's a cool name. Again, it depends on kind of who it is, but I don't know. It seems a little generic, but kind of cool. So we'll go like 7.
Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, I'll stick with that.
Yeah,
7.
I feel like that's pretty hard. Metal Gods.
Come here. Metal Gods. Is that Metallica?
Close.
Okay. Then like a...
It's the other one.
It's the other Metallica. I'll go with a 8. Again, just like it.
Judas Priest.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Prince of Pop.
The Prince of Pop. I actually really, really like this one.
Yeah.
This is a 9.
Because you know who the King of Pop is.
And I think that's why it's so good, is because everyone in the world knows who the King of Pop is. So to call yourself the Prince is just perfect. It's kind of really fitting.
Justin Timberlake.
I 100% thought that was Chris Brown. I thought he was the one that called himself the Prince of Pop.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if he would have kept going in that direction and like wasn't punching bitches, I think he would, because like he was like looked at as like the next Michael Jackson. And he
Nowadays, everyone who does really good pop, The Weeknd is considered that.
Yeah.
Chris Brown was considered that.
Yeah. But he looked like he was going to have like longevity in it. Like it wasn't just going to be like a fling. Like they was like, this dude can like fucking dance, he can sing, he's got a horse cock on him. He's going to go places. The Lady of Pop. Actually, it's not even it's just Lady of Pop. So it's just a
I would have
lady.
liked this a lot more if they would have just been like Queen or...
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe not Princess of Pop, but... I think it's like a 6, 7.
Lady Gaga.
That's such a... It feels like a boring fucking name for her.
Yeah. Lady of Pop.
Yeah.
Not even like the... like the first Lady of Pop. Like, I don't know, just something more official. Okay. The Songbird Supreme. Oh, that makes me think of like the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah. I go 8.
Mariah Carey.
I would have never guessed.
Yeah, I like that
doesn't-
one. The Songbird Supreme.
It's cool.
I'm a whore for alliteration, by the way, so that's probably where a lot of it's coming from.
Yeah.
Queen Bee, that one. That was hard as shit.
10 out of 10.
Yeah. God.
10 out of 10. That's
Eric Clapton.
fucking 4 out of 10.
Who would you give that to?
Who do you consider God?
Jesus H. Christ. My God.
I don't fucking know. I don't know who the fuck I'm giving that credit to.
Just God. Like, not even like God of rock or God of like pop. It's just God.
The only one that makes sense to me would be
Beethoven.
Well, I was gonna say like Kanye, because he's like the only person I think would call himself that, because he has.
Yeah.
I don't know any other artist who is like, I am God. Can you name any that refer to them as that level?
So basically an egomaniac.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only one that just made sense to me. Because, I mean, you can't have someone who's, like, extremely, like, humble. Like, J. Cole. Like, yo, that's God. Like, that doesn't line up.
Not my God. I don't know, man.
Kendra's kind of going that direction, like with the whole what is it, Crown of Thorns
That's pretty
that he's
hard.
been wearing. Oh, yeah, that goes hard as fuck.
Cowboys from Hell.
Oh, that's a 10 out of 10.
Pantera.
I know the name. I don't think I know any of the music.
Are you thinking of Panera Bread?
I'm not.
'Cause I
but
was.
God of hell, Panera Bread,
The Golden God.
the Golden God.
Yeah, and it's not Dennis.
Yeah.
It's Robert Plant.
See, knowing who it is can ruin it.
Punk Princess.
Punk Princess. That's a 10 out of 10 name.
Yeah.
I actually really love that.
Guess. I'll give you 3 guesses. You know who it is.
Avril Lavigne.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Let's go.
Wow, that was really easy. Before we get too far away, we'll do our song of the week.
All right. What's your song of the week? You don't usually answer first.
You son of a bitch. Yeah, I
What's
usually
your-
use that time to think.
Okay. I mean, I have mine.
Well, okay, so mine's a country song because, yesterday I got pretty hot and heavy with country songs. That's why I texted you and said we should have a shindig sometime. Or was that the day before? That may have been Friday. That was in my shindig
Yeah.
move. But so before I say my song of the week, I want to say I think the absolute worst fucking song I've ever heard in my life, and I hate it.
I
To
like
a
it.
fucking T. I fucking hate it.
I thought you were going to say some runner-ups, but this also works.
No. No, it's a dishonorable mention for
Yes.
this
Let's go.
genuinely my most hated song. It's called, because it pains me to say it, it's Honky Tonk Badonkadonk.
Yeah.
I hate that song so fucking much. Like, there's nothing redeemable. If you watch the music video, I don't know, at least I was, because I know it was made in the early 2000s when it was kind of illegal to have an ass, but I was like, maybe there is some big fucking round white asses in this. And it is the whitest thing you'll ever see, because it is exactly what you think of when you think of a honky tonk badonkadonk. It is just some fucking 6 out of 10 in some dive bar in the middle of Virginia that has no fucking ass. And this, I think who is it? Is it Keith Urban?
I believe so. That sounds right.
I don't know. It could have been Chris Gaines for all I care, but just a horrible, horrible fucking song. He talks about how one of these just shapeless, like, 2D asses just makes him want to slap his grandma. Like, could you imagine being that grandma that gets slapped over a fucking 2D printed ass? Like, you're like, son, like, you're like, grandson, that's what you slapped me over? Like, that ass was so impressive you slapped me?
Yeah.
It just, I don't know, it pisses me off. As a white guy who loves ass, that really let me down.
Yeah.
So, my song of the week is I See the 1-2 in Your Eyes by Conway Twitty.
Great song.
Yeah. After listening to a fair amount of country songs, I easily can say that the I See the 1-2 in Your Eyes is by far my favorite country song.
Oh, wow.
It's one of my favorite songs, like, in general.
Yeah.
But I love scumbags in music.
Yeah.
Like, don't be a scumbag and, like, not be creative about it. You
Yeah,
know,
of
like,
course.
like I love, like, the Weekends,
Yeah.
like the Futures,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
who are scumbags, but you're just like, let's hear them out. You know, because, like, I know it's not their fault. I want to hear why they're scumbags and place that blame elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Conway Twitty does. He has such a good voice, and he's just so good at telling you what he's doing and, like, being self-aware that he's a piece of shit. And he's, like, this whole time just trying to seduce a woman that he knows is married.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's just like, you know, let me spark the fire for you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, you're a piece of shit,
Yeah.
but I'll hear you out. And so I don't really get to hear that in country music too often. Like, you do hear about some toxic behaviors in country, but to hear about, like, a toxic misogynist, I think is really refreshing, and I really enjoy it in my country. That's the country I want to live in. And so, yeah, by far favorite country song.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Good choice. I have...
I picked Honky Tonk Badonk.
God, how funny would that be? But no, fuck that song.
That'd be the end of this fucking podcast.
I don't hate it as much as you hate that song, but I don't like it by any means. Like, I don't think it's like...
Yeah.
Because it's at least, like, trying to be fun and, like...
But it's not trying to be funny. It's trying to be fun and lighthearted.
Yeah.
But, like... So I do appreciate the some over-the-top things, but, like, he's not trying to be over-the-top.
I do think so.
Well, because, no, like, in the music video, if he was being over-the-top, he would have had women who had, like, literally concaved asses, but he had literally women that had just, like, no shape or maybe just the slightest little ridge at the bottom of their jeans. So, like, he's not going over-the-top. He's just like, that's a fucking badonkadonk.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so I hate him.
For me, at least, I feel like he's trying to be lighthearted and it's a little funny. Or trying to be a little funny. I don't think it's funny, so that's
I
where
take
it misses
asses
for me.
very seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I do not find that funny. There is nothing funny about a flat ass. Look at me, Brent. Nothing.
Yeah.
Not one thing is funny about a honky-tonk badonkadonk.
Yeah. But last week you asked me like my favorite albums of this year, and it made me realize I have not been listening to a lot of albums that came out this year.
Okay.
So I added, I think it's like 30 albums from this year, and a couple that weren't from this year, but just I wanted to check out, and made this giant playlist of just albums to check out.
Okay.
This leads up to a Feel Good from Rory is an honorable mention.
Is that the song you sent me today?
It is. Elevator from Gavin, it looks like Turek, Turek.
Yeah.
And Waste Times from Gwen Bunn. All songs that I listened to recently. Not all of these are from this year, but a bunch of honorable mentions. But they all get trumped because Kid Cudi dropped his best song ever onto Spotify finally. So Love by Kid Cudi is my song of the week.
Man. I hate that too because I can only think of one thing right now.
What?
About Cudi. And the shit that's been happening.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I would fucking sell a nut to go see Cudi perform.
Yeah.
And, like I can't imagine, even if you're someone who's, like, really, like, you're, like, we've made a joke about this. You're a Kanye apologist.
That's what I was about to say.
Yes.
I have a Kanye bobblehead. I would have been losing my fucking mind to see Cudi.
Yeah, and so I don't get the mindset of... Because the backstory of what we're talking about is a video recently went viral, Rolling Loud. Kanye could not make it because of unforeseen circumstances.
I believe that is what they said.
So it wasn't like an ideological difference this time?
I don't believe so.
Because I'm pretty sure he's pulled out before because he was just like, it's bullshit, like pay or something. But yeah, Kanye was going to perform. He pulled out.
Very last minute.
Yeah.
Something happened.
Yeah.
That caused him not to headline.
Yeah, and they got the fucking man on the moon to replace him. And he had a bottle thrown at him. You can see other shit thrown at him in the middle of his set. And then he threatens to walk off if they keep doing it. And immediately it's followed up by more stuff. So he walks out. You do hear some people say, like, you know, like, don't go.
Yeah.
And shit. It was kind of like remind us, like, of what we went through with the Drake thing. Like, don't get me wrong, I would have rather seen Frank Ocean there. I would have been more ecstatic. But the fact that we saw Drake, I was just like, hey, I'm happy to get this.
Yeah. And kind of what made me also think of this was that same situation. The group that we were around, all of them were like, all of us were singing. We were all having a great time.
Everybody's having a good time.
We were all cheering.
Yeah.
We didn't even know that there was booing. And we, like that whole group that we were on, a lot of people were like, oh, I thought it was going to be Frank Ocean. And I heard people be like, if it is, he's next. Like, it's not like that he's stealing the time. Like, they're going to both perform if he's next. Yeah. So no one was upset on our side. But then there was this small group of people booing. And I would like to think that if I would have heard them booing, I would have been like, hey, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I also think that about the person throwing the bottle. I think I would have just punched him in the fucking mouth at that point.
Yeah, and oddly enough, that could be more Kanye fans.
Yeah,
that was doing that.
It was, from what I understand, because
that's when they hadn't made up yet and shit.
Oh yeah, the Drake thing too. Yeah, that could have been. But the Cudi thing, there's actually another video of the guy who threw the bottle. I didn't see that to get Cudi off of stage, and he was like, whenever he says it, you see him like very actively grab a bottle and throw it, like very intentionally trying to get him off stage.
That dude should be charged with something, right? Because I mean, dude, a bottle lands clean on somebody, that's fucking them up.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not charged, but he should at least get his ass beat.
I mean, dude,
I wish the people
could fucking hurt somebody. I mean, that could really hurt somebody.
Yeah, fair enough.
But
I wish the people there just would have kicked his fucking ass, though.
Yeah, and there's something like, I don't know. I know Cuddy's a grown man, but there's almost something like protective that comes out of me when I see shit like that. Because like,
because you know he's been depressed.
Yes.
You know he's been in like
suicidal.
Yeah, like he had to go to like rehab for his mental health and stuff like that.
Yeah, and so like that's why even like when Drake was saying things about Cuddy, like I got pissed off about that. Even though I'm not the biggest Cuddy fan, I was just like, as a human being, you're just like, dude, come on. Like, not that he should be pampered because of that, but like maybe have some context.
Yeah, like
be aware of some
if
things.
You know
like,
someone is struggling, don't
throw a bottle at him.
Yeah, don't.
I mean, if you see someone who's not struggling, you probably shouldn't throw a bottle anyway.
But if you actively know they're struggling,
if you got to pick, if you got to throw a bottle at somebody, and you see someone who's doing, like, if you see like Jeff Bezos or like a legitimate hobo, just throw it at Jeff Bezos.
Yeah,
you know, like if you have a choice, just at least be considerate. But yeah, I mean that. I mean, because like I know Cuddy and Kanye, I guess, aren't on speaking terms after the whole Pete Davidson thing. But like,
yeah,
I don't know. That broke my heart to see, man. Because like, I would have fucking loved to see it. I would have loved Drake to see Drake perform more.
Yeah, I was waiting that entire time. The whole time that every song that he performed, I was like, these are all my favorite songs. I was like, we are one song away from him playing every one of my favorite songs. I was like, just play Money in the Grave.
Yep,
is the only song that's left.
Yeah.
And then he was like, do you all want me to continue? I was like, please, God, just at least play this one song. And then he was like, all right, I'll see you. I was like, we were this close. This fucking close.
Well, and they was both really cool about it. Because, like, you can tell Cuddy is getting angrier as he's talking. But he does say, like, this is it. Like, if there's one more thing that happens, like, he's like, I'll basically forgive all of this shit. And I'll keep going. Yeah. But then he's like, you know what? You fucking ruined it for everybody. I'm gone.
Yeah.
And, like, I mean, yeah, you kind of have to treat it like that because someone's throwing bottles. Like,
and like
one of those bottles when he was walking away got pretty fucking close to him.
I think he does get hit. I think the video that I saw
was it with a bottle that he got hit? Because I saw other things being thrown.
Yeah, I think something hits him, and then that's when he's finally like, "All right, listen, like, we're not doing this." And then they throw another one up there, and then that's it.
You ever see that video of that dude getting beamed with a fucking bottle?
I mean. Yeah, but I don't know if it's the same one. Like, I've seen people get...
It's like a dude who's on top of, like, a light post or something, and, like, they're having, like, a rally or something, and a dude just perfect accuracy just bonks him in the fucking head with a bottle, and he just... and I'm like, God damn. That is a guy who has, like, a lot of skills and is a villain. Yeah. You know, because he's like, dude, I can do it. You know, and he's, like, looking at his friends, like, $20, I can hit that dude in the fucking head with this bottle, and he just...
It reminds me... and not in the meanest way, of you.
Thank you.
Do you remember when you said, I bet you that I can, like, let's see who can hit this pole first.
I know you're not one to be like, yes, I will bet you $100, but like, in a circumstance like that, like, if someone just walked up to me and I have no prior knowledge to think that they could hit that or not, I'd be like,
I thought it was an excellent bet.
Yeah. It's not like I'm, like, betting against a softball pitcher or something. Like, there's no way.
You were just like, let's see who can do it first. I was like, all right, let's go. You already had a rock in your hand. You threw it immediately.
I had that rock in my hand for 2 weeks before I said that to you. I was waiting.
You threw it. You immediately hit it, and you go, I win. And now I was like,
I just looked down like, oh, I'll just grab this rock. That playing it a month earlier. I'm like, I know this is it. I honestly don't think I've ever done anything like half as impressive in my life.
That was the most cheating ass bullshit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I would say like in high school I never won like a state championship or anything. Like like county of the player year. I have that moment.
Yeah, it was bullshit.
And a time that I accurately counted down how fast a train would pass by. That is genuinely. I think I've told you about it. Mm-hmm. That is genuinely like. I don't have an exciting life. I'm kind of realizing. But, like, when I'm older, I'm going to tell my grandkids these stories. And they'll be like, well, Grandpa, what happened when you was young? I'll be like, oh, you know, one day me and your, slut of a grandma was just sitting in a car together, and she was just, you know, you've met your grandma just bitching and moaning about the train and stuff. You know, she's always bitching about trains. And she was just like, oh my God, how long is this fucking train going to take? And I looked at her and I said, darling, it's going to be, because that's how we talked back then.
Yeah.
It's going to be gone in 22 seconds. And she looks at me and starts counting. And exactly when it's done, it goes. I'm like, wow, Grandpa, how have you not killed yourself? I don't know. I've thought about it a lot, Timothy. It's not an exciting life, but...
What are you naming...
Not Timothy.
Yeah, well, hold on. What are you naming your son that your son has to grow up with the experience of that name to name their son Timothy?
Scoobert.
Fucking Scoobert.
Scoobert Doobert.
Scoobert Doobert Crable.
Old SDC in your face. Yeah, I don't know, because I've tried to find things that make, like, Crable, like... I don't know. Like, I want to find something that, like, rhymes with Crable, but the only word I can legitimately think of is cable.
Cable Crable.
Larry the Cable Guy Crable.
I just want to imagine Larry Crable, but then all of that is the middle name.
Yeah, the Cable Guy.
The Cable Guy's all in the middle.
They're like, oh, your name's Larry Crable? That's kind of interesting. He's like, well, hold on. I have to tell you my full name.
It's way worse than you think.
There's not enough boxes on this sign-up sheet for me to fill in the Cable Guy.
I don't know what it would be, but Larry feels like it's a name short for something.
Yeah.
Is it?
Names that end with Y
Yeah.
kind of feel like that for some reason.
But it's not, right? People are actually named Larry.
It also might be an effect of you just hearing the name Scoobert and being like, that. If Scooby is short for something, then Larry has to be something.
Is Larry short for Lawrence?
Oh. No, right?
I just looked up, is Larry short for something?
Because you should just go by Lawrence at that point.
I'm assuming at some point Lawrence was shortened to Larry, but I think Larry's just its own name now.
I've always wanted to ask my parents if Roy was short for something, because it just felt very incomplete. It doesn't feel right having a full name that's 3 letters.
I think it's cool.
Yeah, I do too. It makes
a lot of shit easier.
Yeah, it makes spelling a lot easier for me personally. But like at this point in my life, I'm kind of it's over. If it is short for something, it's way too late for me to fucking ask. You know, like I don't think I spelled my middle name right for fucking years.
Roberto.
That's my alter ego. He's a Spanish villain.
Is Roy short for Robert?
No, please God. No. Please, I don't want to learn that my name is Robert.
Leroy or Elroy?
I like Leroy.
It reminds me of Leroy and Stitch. No, not Lilo.
Okay, I was going to correct you.
There's a movie
with the least amount of confidence I've ever had.
No. There's a movie. I'm such a fucking nerd, but there was a movie of. I guess.
Hold on, what did you just say?
I'm such a fucking nerd.
I thought you said I'm so fucking nervous. Are you okay?
I'm exposing Leroy.
This house is fucking bugged, man.
But yeah, Leroy and Stitch. It was a movie of Lilo and Stitch. It was 625 instead of 626.
Yeah. Do you think modern day cowboys are pretty mad about Brokeback Mountain? Because I immediately think of gay stuff when I think of cowboy. Because, like, Leroy definitely sounds cowboy and, like...
Okay, I was wondering why you brought that up.
Oh, yeah, my mind is...
Yeah.
Yeah, I took my ADD medicine, like, an hour and a half ago, so I'm kind of spinning right now.
I was going to look something up. I know it's not Is Cowboys Pissed About Brokeback Mountain, but
just look up, are all cowboys gay? Or the average height of cowboys.
Which one you want first?
The average height of gay cowboys.
I looked up, are all cowboys gay?
Yes.
Gay cowboys, Power of the Dog, does not stand alone. Oh my god, there's another gay cowboy movie.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but like...
Buddy, you're in for a treat. Starring Chris Gaines. But no.
What real cowboys think of Brokeback Mountain?
Isn't Elroy the fucking son from the Jetsons?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, it's Elroy. So I have like a possibly gay alter ego, and I have a small futuristic child who also could be gay. You know, I don't care. Just I guess depends on me. Yeah. It's the real big thing is that my alter ego's
and
gay.
Don't sleep on Roy Berto.
Yeah, don't sleep on or with Elroy Berto. He is not clean. But my step grandpa, genuinely, I have never understood a full sentence that's ever came out of that guy's mouth because he always has his dentures with him, but never where they should be. And he, for everything, I have never heard him say Roy by itself, but he can fully pronounce Leroy, which is odd. You know, I mean, you just take away 2 letters and say Roy, and he's like, can't fucking do it, man. And I'm like, what? But every time I see him, he'll just be like chomping at his gums. The fucking gross way that people with dentures do, you know, they'll just be saying like,
Yeah.
and he'll see me and go, Leroy! And I'm like, what's up, man? I don't know his name. I just, he's been my step grandpa my entire fucking life, and I don't know his fucking name. So yeah, I'm just like, hey dude, what's up? And he goes, like a horse. Like a big fat horse. He always has a cigar in his mouth. I'm starting to think he's not real. I'm starting to think he's a cartoon character, and I had I was in a coma for my entire childhood. I haven't seen him in years. I don't think I've ever heard anybody else in my family talk about him. He's a truck driver, so he's like almost never there. I don't know, man. I gotta look more into this.
This doesn't seem real at all.
I'm worried about the wrong country guy. I'm worried about finding out about Chris Gaines when I need to find out if I have a fucking step grandpa.
When I looked up the average height of Cowboys,
Yeah.
it said Dallas Cowboys. So I had to do a deep dive.
God
yeah,
damn,
of
that's
course,
like
right?
6'9".
Yeah, well, I did a deep dive in all of a random fucking article.
You did a deep dive into gay Cowboys?
No, just average height of Cowboys.
Whatever.
5 foot 1 inch.
Well, that's why they're always on horses. That's why you always saw them in the fucking boots. Could you imagine them in like some vans? You're like, dude.
This tall. They're barely tall enough to sit at the desk.
Yeah, we need to have like a legitimate cow. Because, dude, what's his fucking weird name? Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
The least cowboy sounding name I think I've ever heard.
Yes.
Is he too tall to be a gay cowboy? Or are gay cowboys taller than regular cowboys? Yeah. I don't know what gay benefit there would be to being taller, but
I don't think so.
you think there'd be a benefit in being shorter, right?
Heath Ledger's not tall, is he? Is Jake Gyllenhaal tall?
No, there's no way.
Yeah, they look about the same height.
Which I guess is pretty
Holy
convenient
shit.
for gay.
Heath Ledger's relatively tall, 6'1".
I mean, yeah, that's tall.
Yeah.
I'd consider that tall.
So
You know what? I mean, I'm 6'3", so I'll call that really tall and just feel better.
yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal's 6 foot. So yeah, gay cowboys are just tall.
Yeah. Based off that study, if
about-
you're over 6 foot, you qualify to be a gay cowboy. What?
I guess it doesn't make you a gay
Yeah,
cowboy.
you don't have to be, man. It's like, well, I already do half of that.
Benedict Cumberbatch is 6 foot.
Yeah.
You got to be 6 foot to be a gay cowboy. You got to be 5 foot to be a cowboy.
Yeah, I didn't make that up, man.
Yeah, that's just fair.
I'm not just doing this for fun. Trying to inform the world about Chris Gaines and
Gay cowboys.
gay cowboys.
So just gay cowboys.
Can you still be a cowboy?
Oh,
Like-
I thought there was more to that sentence.
Yeah, like, no, not like,
Yeah.
is it too late in my life to become a
No,
cowboy?
you can be a cowboy.
I don't think so, man.
You could move to a ranch.
I'm assuming it would be like, if you want to become a cowboy,
You're
it'd
not
be like
born
the
into
same.
being a cowboy.
Yes, you are.
No, you can. Just,
I'm not.
You can just be a cowboy. Move to a ranch. Go buy you a ranch.
You're going to get made fun of.
And
Well, I don't want to be made fun of by cowboys. They might, like, do butt stuff to me. You know?
Well-
I've seen the movies.
Well-
They'll do butt stuff to you. That is the only westerns I've seen, by the way, is gay cowboy movies. Which I don't even know if they're taking place in the West. I just know they wear boots and butt fuck each other.
so it's the Western.
That sounds like the West to me.
Yeah, that's all I know about the West.
Yeah, I have never seen, like, a true Western movie.
For some reason, I was thinking I watched the. It's not the Good, the Bad, the Ugly. The other Western that I watched. It's on that list.
1,000 Ways to Die in the West by Seth MacFarlane.
No, not that one. There's a Western on there that I watched. I'm trying to see. I don't see it from here.
Mamma Mia.
I don't believe it's that.
Is it one of the weird sequences in 2001: A Space Odyssey?
It probably was.
Yeah.
But yeah, for some reason I was thinking you watched that Western with me. Long. The movie's long.
Oh,
as
then no.
fuck.
No, definitely not then.
Yeah.
But yeah. You have any more gay cowboy stuff? I feel like I feel like there's more I want to talk about gay cowboys.
What is it?
Oh, there's my gay cowboy. Hi, buddy.
He didn't like it. He left.
Nah, he doesn't know, but I'm raising him gay.
And that's been Jammin.
See you guys.